Hey guys, welcome back to Live What You Love. I know in the last video we made a shave horse and we said that we were planning on making a lot of bows. So if you're gonna kind of do that, you need bow wood. And the first question is, where do I get bow wood? And what kind of wood do I need? The best bow wood is Osage orange. It's my personal favorite. It's also considered and just widely accepted as the best throughout the world. There's a couple characteristics that it kind of has that'll help you differentiate it from other trees, because it can be kind of tricky to pick out when you're first starting out. So right now it's the middle of October. The trees will start dropping these fruiting bodies. These are called hedge apples or monkey balls. They have a very definitive color, shape. They kind of look like a brain to me. If you cut into them, there's like this latexy, syrupy material. It's very sticky, but that's probably the easiest way to identify them. But you can't do that year round, because after they drop, obviously during the winter and things like that, the leaves will fall, the fruit won't be there. So you can't really use that method all the time. So there are a couple other ways. Say it's winter and has no leaves, has no fruit. How the hell are you gonna do it? There's two ways. So my kind of favorite is by using the bark. If you look over here, you can always use the bark. Indeterminate of what time of year it is, you can always use the bark, because that's always gonna be there, right? Has very definitive kind of cross-linking bark. You see these? They're kind of skinny looking X's, right? Also, if you look at a lot of these Osage trees at the base, you can knock off just the loose bark and you'll see absolute orange, which is a very, very characteristic thing for pretty much only Osage in North America. You're not really gonna see a whole lot of orange on other trees, so that's a great way to do it. If you're still not sure, one other thing that you can do is Osage trees, because they're so valuable and everything, they like to protect their value. So they have thorns. They have very definitive, short thorns. So if you're wondering, if you're just seeing thorns on a tree, but they're real long, maybe 1.5 inches long, that's probably a mesquite tree. So you're probably not looking at the right thing. Osage thorns will be about 1 centimeter to 1.5 centimeters. They'll be highly visible on the smaller branches of the tree. So that's what you want to look for. One final thing, if you still just want to be absolutely sure, and it's kind of an uncommon characteristic for other types of trees. If you have an Osage and you have a small hatchet with you, you can kind of shave off some of the bark and get into that kind of cambium layer, which is the nutrient producing layer underneath the bark. That's how the tree kind of carries nutrients throughout it. So if you knock into that cambium, which is very superficial right underneath the bark, you'll see a white fluid start to leak out of it. And that'll be that same milky fluid that's in those fruiting bodies that it produces. That's just a really great way to help you solidify the fact that you have an Osage. All right guys, we just finished up talking about Osage orange and kind of picking out all the features to help you find them. One of the things that can be kind of confusing, because a lot of people will use the thorns to identify, oh, that's an Osage. There's a kind of a sister tree to the Osage that also has thorns, and it also has orange bark when it gets big, and the wood is also pretty orange. But the defining feature is that the thorns look like a trident, like this. It's like a triple thorn. You'll have like a main stem and then 2 outbranchings on the side. It's really cool. If you've ever seen one, be sure to stop and take a look. But don't confuse these for Osage.